So anyways.
No, it's fine. I'm out of beer, but I'll just sit here and be fucking thirsty.
So anyways, remember when I went over to your house?
Fuck you.
For UFC 290, what was that, 5?
I don't give a shit anymore. Throw a fucking lunchbox at me. How dare you?
You said you didn't have any beer. I threw beer at you.
Yeah. Violently.
Well.
Aggressive ass motherfucker. Here,
Don't
look.
know what you
See
got.
how I'm just handing this to you like a normal fucking person?
Yeah, like a
Grow up.
fag.
Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.
So you know when I went over your house for UFC, what was that, 295?
Yeah, I was there.
I know you were there. And then he told me, so you came over to my house first, and then I was leaving after you, and you're like, hey, just be careful on that Hoberton Road, because a deer just got brutally slaughtered and gangbanged in the middle of the road less than 5 minutes ago.
Super fresh, dude.
So you told me about that, and I'm like, wow, I am driving on the Hoberton Road, so hey, I really appreciate you telling me about that, you know?
Yeah.
So I did cross that deer that you had spoke of. You know what I saw when I saw that deer?
What?
There was an alive deer roaming around that deer.
No
like
shit.
Within 3 feet. In the ditch.
Nah.
I'm not kidding. I don't know. And I'm just like, I started thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, gee, is that his brother? He's like,
Bill! Bill!
yeah. A lot of people
Oh my
think,
God.
well, a lot of people think animals don't have feelings, but, you know.
They don't.
Bambi. Bambi Cummings. What a lady.
Bambi was more about your feelings.
I haven't seen the movie in 26 years. So I don't
Okay,
really
the
know.
audience. Sorry for being specific.
Well, you could be right, you could be wrong. I just don't know. I'm just telling you, I haven't seen it.
It's an exaggerated scenario to play on the audience's feelings.
You're probably right. But I don't think I told you that story.
No, you didn't.
And I'm just like, that's kind of fucking weird. You know, I slowed down because I seen the bloodshed and the guts.
It's
And he was a
disgusting.
little off towards like the gravel, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right?
he was on the side of the road.
Yeah.
He didn't start there, though. You could tell.
Oh, yeah. I think he started somewhere towards the center, you know?
Right in the middle, yeah.
But, yeah, there was just a deer walking by, kind of like around him.
Sure.
And I'm like, what the? I slowed down, you know, because I seen that deer moving. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought about, you know, getting out and giving my condolences.
To put a get well soon balloon on him.
That'd be nice.
I've always thought about doing that when I see roadkill.
So with my, yeah.
So with my
And welcome back to Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
It's a podcast. Are we recording?
Yeah. This is episode 67.
Apparently.
And I am Matty Daddy. $100 can turn this all around. Simonson, and I'm here with
Jake, fix your arm. You look ridiculous. The Midget Hilseback.
kind of oddly specific, but I'll work on it. This is episode 67 of the Matty and the Midget Podcast.
The podcast.
And boy, do we have a lot of things to talk about. My co-host, unamused as always, over here fucking TikToking away like the gay that he is.
Can I text my wife?
You normally do that before the podcast starts, but yeah, go ahead. We'll wait
Well, you
for
just jumped into this. You didn't even give me a warning when we started.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead.
How was I supposed to know that everything was recorded?
Well, you know, it's kind of, we've been doing this for 3.5 years, so.
Barely.
Go ahead, we'll wait for you.
Perfect.
And thanks for
You said.
thanks to everyone who's tuning in Can I get this fucking shit out of the way? And by that, I mean Chris House. Wow, what a guy. Your friend and former coworker. You know, I drunkenly fucking messaged him on TikTok, which I recently just got in the last 2 weeks. Still don't know how to use it. Not really a fan.
Well, when you look through your videos on your old TikTok, it seems that you know exactly what you're doing.
That was pandemic season, bro. That was like 3.5 years ago. Those videos are so old, and maybe it was easier to use back then before all the fucking, the Chinese overlords really fucking got involved and started fucking
Taking their shoes off.
Well, you could say that. I wouldn't say that.
Well,
but you said that.
It's like dojos and shit. They take their shoes off in their house. And
Okay. Well, I don't want to talk about Rick Glassman right now, but I messaged him on TikTok, and I said, "Hey," I don't actually remember what I said.
You said you want to be on the pod.
Oh yeah.
Question mark.
And I just saw now that he messaged me back and said, "Yeah." And you said that he called you.
If you're gonna bring it up, at least say what he said. He said, "Yeah, I'd be down." All you said was "yeah." You're missing context.
Okay, what did he tell you? And don't leave out a fucking word.
He called me today.
I want a direct quote.
He called me today. He said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Working." He said, "Me too." And then he said, "Hey, your podcast partner messaged me and asked me to be on the pod." And I said, "Yeah, he asked me to ask you." And I said, "I don't want to ask him." And you said, "Okay, I'll ask him." And then you did.
Hey, cut out a couple words next time because that
You told me
story
not to
was
leave out
that story was so boring I almost fell asleep. But speaking of people having people on podcasts,
Yeah?
do you see that Joe Rogan had Conor McGregor on?
I actually didn't.
Well, and actually, let me test this quick too, just to make sure. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Oh, what
Smart.
soothing sounds.
Because we don't fucking figure things out before we start, apparently.
But Joe Rogan had Conor McGregor on. You want to look at this?
Sure, let's look at this.
Speaking of people being on pods, and hey, Chris House, we're really looking forward to having you on sometime. What does he do now for a living?
He works for the
Let's
county.
look at this.
Okay.
Conor McGregor, featherweight and lightweight champion. How you doing, my friend?
And soon to be lightweight champ, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Chandler cut a bunch of weight and he's looking lean right now.
To be honest with you, Joe, that does not faze me. I have been training day in and day out to step inside that octagon and bounce heads off that fucking canvas.
Oh, I'm so excited to see you guys go at it, man. Like, it's going to be a really good fight.
You know, Joe, the injury on me leg tested my motivation to fight again, but quitting is not in my vocabulary. I will go into that whole division and sweep them clean.
Well, yeah, and you're one of the best of all time, so I'm really happy to see you come back, man.
If I don't do it, then who will, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, there's some fighters who are just animals in the ring. Like, when you talk to them outside of the fighting cage, they're just super shy and quiet, and like, it makes no sense, man.
A bunch of them are all pussies. At the end of the day, Joe, this is a business and an entertainment. You have to make a name for yourself. So you got to be worth remembering. Do you know what I mean? I don't shy away from no one. Anyone who wants a piece of this can expect to get smacked tenfold.
Conor McGregor, featherweight and lightweight
his
champion.
ba.
How you doing, my friend?
No, yeah, that's what got me so fucking good.
That guy that was doing the Conor McGregor,
Great.
his Theo Vaughn's pretty on point too. I don't know if you heard it.
Oh, he's a guy?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of his videos. His Theo's pretty good.
Oh, wow. I'd like to know who this guy is. Let us know in the comments section. And I also forgot to mention, this is our fucking Thanksgiving episode.
It is.
So by the end of this episode, I'm shoving a turkey up this guy's ass.
Well, you already gave me a frozen ham.
Well,
I fucked it.
yeah?
Yeah,
And?
could have been warmer.
Well, you let it,
No,
you thought.
I ain't got time for that.
Kind of sounds like a you thing then. I don't, you can't really put that one on me.
You thing, you haul.
But if
Yeah.
you do put it on me, I wouldn't
What are you, Ja Rule?
put up too much of a fight. I don't get the reference.
It's a Ja Rule song
Well, sing it.
with Ashanti.
Sing it. put it on me, you're wrong. You're retarded, and we can't play it on YouTube, so don't even look it up.
I just want to make sure I'm right that it was.
It's R-U-L-E. No, that's Jennifer Lopez. Anyways, forget about it.
I just want to know if it's
fucking
real.
throw something at you. I fucking want to punch you in the face so bad. Hey, did you hear Snoop Dogg quit smoke?
No, I didn't. That is a gyro song. Go ahead.
What's it called?
Put it on me.
With Ashanti?
No, it's Vita.
Okay, so. Snoop Dogg quit smoke.
No, he didn't.
Well, he made this post about it. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, well, he made this post about
You know
it.
I don't see things.
He says, I'm quitting smoke. Please respect my privacy in this hard time. Right?
He said it like it was a
Dusty
dead family
Rhodes
member.
promo. No, but apparently he had us all fooled, according to this article from Hoodlum.
Of course. Moving on.
Yeah.
I have an announcement. I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. Done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all sticky icky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove fixed fire. They took out the smoke.
Right.
Clever.
But the thing was, he had a fucking Instagram post saying, I'm off the smoke. Please respect my privacy. Like 7 days before that.
Okay.
And it was just a publicity stunt.
What?
It's a publicity stunt.
That's better.
Yeah. Wow. So many things to talk about on this podcast. Like I said, Thanksgiving,
Did I mention you put L's in words that don't need them?
UFC,
Okay, well,
NBA, NFL, Chris House, The Rock. I mean, I'm not going to read it all
Yeah,
out
why are
right
you
now.
reading
Yeah.
talking points.
What do you want to start with?
Well, I was curious. Do you ever get anxiety
I do get a little bit of anxiety from Heim to Heim.
from time to time?
Yeah.
Is that like a... Sounds like a clothing brand.
If you're lost and you're looking, you will find me.
Right after
Heim
April.
after Heim.
Oh. You said May. You're right. I'm sorry. Speaking of fighters fingering you.
So, UFC. Yeah, let's start there. Let's look at this.
Like, I've got a question.
Okay.
Have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter before?
Finger?
Yeah, fingered.
No.
What would it take to
To finger me?
yeah?
Like, are we talking about the same thing?
Like, I've got a question.
Okay.
What was he thinking?
It's just Tom Aspinall, man. He's the man. And he's the new interim heavyweight champion. I know we're a little bit past that shit.
Let's not skate by the fact that his pickup line isn't sex or anything like that. It's fingering.
Fingered.
I don't... Why?
Because they have big fingers.
Finger blasting.
Well, a big guy like him, big finger, tiny cock.
How do you know?
I seen it
When?
the other day.
What day?
Monday?
The 16th?
No, the 20th.
That was yesterday.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I'm a big fan of his OnlyFans. But
Oh.
it's a little past now, you know. I mean, everyone's fucking talking about it, but this isn't an MMA podcast, so you know we do a podcast about once a fucking month. So let's talk about what happened in Madison Square Garden. Craziness, right? Where do you want to go? Let's go.
I want to talk about the fact that I can't think of a single heavyweight that would give Tom Aspinall a problem right now. I legitimately think he...
Well, he took out the scariest one, so yeah.
100%. And I personally think at this point right now, I think he steamrolls John Jones. I really do.
I do too.
Yeah. So it's
And Stipe's what? He's
Old.
75 years old next
Yeah.
month.
Yep.
And he would completely fuck up Stipe. John Jones, the only thing he's really got is the wrestling. He's not faster. He's not more athletic than John Jones at this, or Tom Aspinall at this stage in his career. He is black, which he does have that on his side.
like the great Anthony Smith once said, John Jones is decent at everything, but not great at one thing.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Makes sense.
Yeah, Anthony Smith gets a lot of hate online, but you have to realize he's not just a fucking analyst. He's an active fighter, so who cares if they talk a little bit of shit here and there,
100%.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
And I can't remember if it was, I think it was BC that said it, but he explained a situation where I can't remember. I can't remember if it's Tom defends the interim or what, but a scenario where he doesn't have to wait for John and Stipe to have their fight. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It made a lot of sense to me, and I actually really liked it.
No one gives a fuck about this Stipe John Jones fight anymore. If we have to wait another fucking year, like, the time has passed, either give, I don't think Stipe would do it, but either give Tom Stipe.
I don't think so.
I don't think Stipe will do it. It seems like Stipe and John only want to fight each other. So I say give him Cyril Gane, and he will fuck up Cyril Gane.
Lucky Charms or?
No, but I think he would fuck up Cyril Gane.
100%.
I think that has to be next for him. If he, I don't know. There's a lot of. There's a lot of mess in the heavyweight division. There was a lot of mess in the light heavyweight division, and some of that kind of got cleared up, and the mess all
Not really.
came to the heavyweight division. Well, actually have a fucking champ now, and Alex Pereira, he'll probably fight. What I think he should do, I think it should be him versus Izzy to main event UFC 300 for the light heavyweight championship.
Izzy's on a break.
Fuck you. Give him $10 million and still see if he's on a break.
Personally, I think he's on this break to actually put on the necessary weight and prepare himself for light heavyweight.
No, because you don't seem that interested in light heavyweight, honestly.
I think he's coming back at light heavyweight.
Well, he's got the perfect guy to go against. The guy he knocked out in their last fight.
He doesn't have fucking a Jan Blachowicz that's going to lay on him for 5 rounds.
Well, yeah. And apparently John Kavanaugh, Conor McGregor's longtime head coach, is saying that Conor McGregor is not in the works for UFC 300 for I don't know what fucking reason. But I didn't even like that headlining.
Didn't that fight get announced?
No. I didn't even like that fight headlining UFC 300 because there's no fucking belt attached to it.
That's not a headline. And
you have to do Izzy fucking Pereira at UFC 300. I don't think Jamal.
Instead?
What?
Can they just fight? Why do they have to fuck?
No, I didn't say fuck.
You said Izzy fucking Pereira.
Izzy fucking Pereira, whatever.
I'd rather just fight.
Fight, fuck. Cuck. I don't give a shit.
Sure.
Jerk a dog off, whatever
Well.
Izzy's into. But you have to do that for UFC 300 because I don't think Jamal Hill should be the next for the light heavyweight
100%.
title, but I don't think he's going to be ready by April. So, in the meantime, fucking do this. You have 5 months. Pereira's got 5 months. Izzy, by that point, will have had 7 months. Is that not a big enough break? How much time do you need jerking off your dog,
I think he needs some time because he has lost 2 out of his last 3 fights.
Yeah.
He's in a slump and he needs to take a break.
Yeah, but he's also like 34, and age is not on his fucking side right now.
Cool. He needs to take
You
a
could
break.
you could go up a weight class to beat a guy you just knocked out and your last win.
He was one of the 3 most active fighters in the entire fucking sport.
I don't give a
champion.
I don't give a cahoot because
I'm sure you don't.
He's getting older.
You have fucking 3 title fights in a fucking year.
You know what?
See how you feel.
That's the thing with these aging fighters, though.
Asian fighters?
Some time off is not going to help these aging fighters.
What do you keep talking about the Asian fighters? Is it because Izzy
Hey,
is the Chinese champion?
Just beware. This beer is almost empty.
You're going to throw it at me.
And I will throw it at you.
There it is.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's smart if you're young, but time is not on your fucking side anymore. And, dude, they would literally pay him $10 million to fight Pereira at UFC 300.
Well, he's one of the top paid fucking fighters, isn't he? Didn't you guys get a huge deal recently?
Yeah. I don't know how contracts work and shit.
Well, I think
Jewish.
like they make it. These are the guidelines and everything. And
But
you
if they
sign
don't
it.
want to fight, I mean, so if he doesn't want to fight, and they're like, "Oh man, what?" Let me ask you this:
Okay.
What other fight? If Conor McGregor isn't fighting Michael Chandler at UFC 300, and Izzy isn't fighting Pereira at UFC 300, what are you main eventing that card with?
Let me think. Didn't they just announce a bunch of fights but didn't put dates on them yet?
Well,
including Sean Strickland, Drakus.
Sean Strickland, Drakus, and they didn't put. I don't think they put the exact date, but that's January, and then Volkanovski, Topuria, February, and then Cheeto, O'Malley, March.
Okay.
I don't think they have the dates or venues, but I mean it's with. That'll be UFC 297, 298, and 299.
Right. Personally, you can't rule out the fact of Jamal Hill being ready by April.
He tore his Achilles, bro. I don't think he's even
close.
close.
And Aaron Rodgers is looking to return.
Yeah, but if you're getting a shot to fucking, the next shot he gets is going to be for the belt. Why would you rush that? You want it.
True.
I'm just saying, if you don't do Conor Chandler or Izzy Pereira,
I'd like to see Conor.
What are you going to do?
I would like to see Conor Chandler as a co-main for 300.
Well, apparently something's fucked up there where someone's not going to be ready by April.
We'll see.
That came from the horse mouth.
How can they
John
not
Kavanaugh.
be ready by April?
I mean,
They've
they've been
been
trying to
waiting
do
for a
this fight
fucking
for
year.
2 years. Yeah.
You could have.
And Conor ain't going to co-main shit, by the way. I agree with you, but that ain't going to happen.
You could have a fucking. You could have Gaethje in April.
Main event. Main event.
Yeah.
Gaethje versus Islam. I think Charles is getting next Islam fight. Look, I don't want to talk about UFC so early into the fucking podcast because everyone's tuned out by now.
It's too late. Why don't we make our picks for December?
No, let's do something else. How about that? So a little bit of NBA, which our fans also hate.
Ugh.
Is Chris House? Does he like sports?
He's well, last I knew, he was a big Knicks fan.
The New York Knickerbockers.
He was actually one of the first people that, like, as the Knicks drafted Porzingis, he was fucking pumped.
Tingus.
He's been a huge Tingus fan for as much as I know.
Well, speaking of the Knicks and Porzingis, who's now on the Celtics, see how I segued right there? Drake was at, well, I think it was actually when I was at your house when the Celtics played the Raptors.
Yeah.
He was at this game, and you know me. I hate Drake.
Of course.
He's actually really funny here, though, so I gotta You know, I gotta call a spade and give.
Have you ever seen his sketch with Will Ferrell with the handshakes?
Yeah, I have seen
It's
that.
not bad.
Well, let's look at this.
Okay. Is that what he said?
Hold on.
Boys, I feel like I'm in a time lapse right now. First of all, this guy's not Nick Nurse. I haven't been here in a while. I'll tell you that. I don't know where we're at. The court is a completely different color. Peyton Pritchard's out there looking like a crypto scammer. This is crazy. What's going on, boys?
Dude, Peyton Pritchard does look like a crypto scammer.
Yeah. The fact that he said this guy is not Nick Nurse. So Nick Nurse was the head coach of the Raptors. He's
also best friends with Bow Wow and like Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah. He coaches for the 76ers now. But the new Raptors coach is like the weirdest looking guy of all time. I would kind of say he's just got like a weird energy about him, kind of like Mike McDaniels with the Dolphins.
Sure.
He's kind of like that. So the fact that he said he's like, this guy is not Nick Nurse. But that's what cracked me up more than anything.
That's pretty good.
But there's a lot of whores,
Go ahead.
right?
Yeah.
You know we talk about whores.
Hashtag.
We haven't talked about our girl Jade Teen in a while.
It's been a minute.
And I feel like since the last time we talked about her, you've studied some of her work.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Go ahead.
Well, tell me if what she's about to say is true from the work that you've studied, because you put so much research into this podcast, and that's the only reason.
Well,
you
I
would
like
do
to make
this.
it flow.
Well, you like to be correct.
Accurate is more the I farted.
I heard it.
Okay.
Let's look at this.
Yeah.
What is one thing about yourself that nobody knows?
So nobody knows that I was born with two
Vaginas.
and I used to be super self-conscious about it, but now I think it's kind of cool.
You were born with like two actual like
Vaginas.
Yeah, I have two separate.
Holes.
No way. Okay, so are they like next to each other, on top of each other? How is that?
There's a top and a bottom, and I only
One's
let
on my
men
forehead.
the bottom. That way I won't get pregnant.
Is the top one your main one?
Yeah, but like if I'm like sleeping with a side dude or something, I'll give him the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, it's not cheating that way, since like only my man's my main.
Fucking
Wow, that
pile.
is really insane.
Puss.
Has any
Sorry.
guy ever noticed that you have to?
Yeah, the guys that I sleep with,
Vaginas.
sometimes like if they get bored of the top, then the other one. But not many other people know that.
All right, so that's about it. But she said she only let them come in the bottom vagina so she doesn't get pregnant.
Yeah, because the top one's the only one that goes to
This
her
is
fallopian tubes.
completely bullshit.
How do you know?
This bitch does not have two vaginas.
How do you know?
I don't know now, but I feel like I know.
I will say.
This is made up bullshit for...
If I may.
What is up with these made up horror stories? Go ahead.
Nice. I like what you did there with the horror stories. Because it's kind of like, horror story. But moving on. I would like to say that I have seen a documentary of a woman with two vaginas. So I know it is a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying it's not.
With that being said, this bitch is a fucking liar.
Yeah. 100%.
She goes on this tattooed fucking bus.
It's called the fan bus.
This bus that looks like a goddamn subway in Harlem.
It's called the fan bus.
Can I make my joke?
Yeah. But it's called the fan bus.
Right, but it's got graffiti like a fucking subway in Harlem.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes on this thing and just says random shit to get clicks. She's like, I have a pretty face. I'm going to say wild ass fucking sexual stuff.
Dude, I just thought of the next video.
I think
for
I just pooped.
MDATM Films.
Go ahead.
We need a van, though. You know anyone with a van?
I have a minivan.
What?
I have a minivan.
Where?
We have a minivan. You've seen it.
Oh, that?
That's a minivan.
Okay. Well, can I sit in the back of it
Yes.
and be like, and you be the director person, and you'd be like, so, and you have to have that stupid fucking voice, which
again?
I think you pretty much got nailed
Can you
already.
play it again so I can get it?
Yeah.
I just need to hear it a couple times.
What is one thing about yourself that nobody knows?
Got it. What is like one thing about yourself that like nobody knows?
So I was actually born with 2 assholes.
So you have like 2 of them?
Yeah. So I have 2 assholes.
But are they like next to each other, or are they like what?
Well, actually, yes, they are.
They're just like left and right.
It's just like 2 holes.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I fucking have to take a fat shit,
yeah,
I don't know which hole it's gonna come out of. It really becomes like a cleanup issue. I don't know which hole to wipe because I don't know where.
So like when you poop, you could come out of either hole.
Yeah, I come out of all holes.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, like that, you know.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Well.
What? Speaking of made up horror stories.
Yeah, let's look at this.
I think 4.5 to 6.5 inches is ideal for a man's meat. There's absolutely nothing good about having a ginormous meat. There's nothing good about having a ginormous meat. The only good thing about it is that sometimes it's fun to suck on, but everything else is worse. In my opinion, I like guys with small meats because they have to make up for their small meats with hard work and perseverance, extreme determination and discipline. And those are the kind of men that I love. Hardworking, humbled men with tiny meats. So if you have a tiny meat, hit me up. Follow for daily advice.
Just mute it, please.
There's a comment you want to read?
No, there's something else.
Mute it?
Yeah, just mute it so I don't have to hear this fucking horror talk. So I don't know if you know this or not, but there's 2 ways to make sure that you blow up on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually say 3 here.
Okay.
One's a given though. Okay.
Give it.
A. Let your tits hang out as much as possible without showing nipple.
I've tried, but that did not go well.
2. Make up stories that make you sound like a gigantic whore that are not true at all. Okay?
Okay.
And C. Hashtag literally every word in the English vocabulary.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah. Well, I mean, she got my attention. I literally watch every single one of her posts. And I think I have like 3 more of them saved for this podcast.
Well, if we're on this topic, it is Thanksgiving.
And she likes when her cousins come around because they just all
you gotta
shoot
line
a
them
load
up.
in her. Yeah.
Yeah, line them up and just have fun.
And before we go any farther in this podcast, I do want to acknowledge that, yes, I'm aware that I look like a fat lesbian right now. I am like actively trying to still wear a sweatshirt that is way too small for me and probably would look better on you, but you're also kind of fat. So I just want to acknowledge that before like the comments are like, "Oh, Matty Daddy thinks he can wear a camouflage sweatshirt and nobody noticed that he's a fat bastard." Look, I know. It's winter is coming. It's the holiday season. I'm fat. Yeah.
Why is you addressing fat shamers turning into you fat shaming me? Why was that in there?
It makes me feel better about myself.
Did you figure out that I'm the ones in the comments?
That was you?
No. Moving on. No, it's fine. Take 3 hours to open a fucking piece of gum, please.
I don't think that took 3 hours, but a lot of things to talk about. Man, oh man. I'd love to talk more about
your
the UFC
porn
card.
searches, man, oh man. Go ahead.
Well, I'd love to talk more about the UFC card. You know,
we stopped talking about that 35 minutes ago.
But I do want to acknowledge Diego Lopez and Benoit Saint Denis, 2 of my favorite fucking fighters right now. I'm not even kidding.
That's fair.
And then also the main event and if not there was fuckery involved, or if there was an early stoppage, and what you think about Alex Pereira being now a 2 weight division champion and the new light heavyweight champion.
You want my
by beating Yuri Prohaska.
You want my opinion on it, or what? What are you saying?
Yeah, what do you think? I meant to rewatch that card too, and I just never got around to it. But all fucking finishes in the main card, which was awesome. And also, you had Dana White walking out with Donald Trump, Kid Rock, and Tucker Carlson, who looked like a kid in a candy store.
Anyway, no, that was a neat little spectacle of them walking out to American Badass.
He always walks out to that song at UFC events.
Anyway,
excuse me.
Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Excuse me. I think first watch as it was playing out at my house with you, I did agree that with you that I thought it was an early stoppage because he rolled out and got right up. Yuri did. But I would still keep saying that if it wasn't for Yuri being the class act that he is, saying that he was out and that was the right stoppage.
Yuri? You mean this guy?
You mean the Joker?
Does he have a cigarette behind his ear?
100%.
That doesn't seem like a guy who spends fucking 7 days in the darkness.
No, he's just a fucking jiu-jitsu nerd that became
I don't think Jewish
attractive.
I don't think him being Jewish has anything to do with this.
Well, jiu-jitsu.
Hey, here's the face-off, which was pretty intense.
No, the stare down was way cooler.
Oh, I know, but so is this. Sorry, I don't have that.
It's kind of right there. Kind of. But no, they.
I'm going to chop
now.
Stop. Take chop down to Chinatown. Go ahead.
At the beginning of their fight, when Bruce was reading off everything that he reads before the fights and stuff like that, they didn't break once from staring at each other.
Yeah.
It was like camping. It was intense.
Oh, they kind of fucked it up, but I get what you're going for, but yeah, Yuri's gonna say that though. You know, he's so humble, and he's like, no, it was out. I think it gets knocked out in every fight he's in. That don't matter though, because he wakes the fuck up.
Yeah,
and I don't know that. If it didn't get stopped at that point, I don't know that Yuri still wouldn't have been knocked out.
I think he would have.
I think he would have too. Just because he fights like a fucking idiot. He's kind of got the Tony Ferguson like awkward style where
100%.
Keeps his hands at his fucking waist, and against Pereira that is
we were
no bueno.
Basically yelling at the screen the entire time, like, why are you just giving him your face to punch?
Yeah,
because he was leaning into him like, here you go. If you want to hit me here, you can. You know?
And when he did take him down, he took him down with relative ease.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I'm not, like, super pissed off about the stoppage because I think it would have ended that way no matter what.
I think if Goddard would have given it 4 more seconds, nobody would have had a single problem with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Just
because it probably would have ended the exact same way, just 4 seconds longer.
These fuckers are willing to die in the cage. Let them take a couple punches before you stop the fight.
Especially for a championship.
Oh, especially the main event of Madison Square Garden for a championship.
Yeah. No, I agree.
With our president in the audience, Kid Rock. But I did want to acknowledge this. I know we already talked about Aspinall versus Pavlovich, but this was amazing. I don't know if you've seen this yet.
I haven't, but I see where this is going already.
This is so fucking good, dude. So it's going to start with a graphic first, right?
Do you want me to explain the graphic?
I think it's self-explanatory.
What about the audio listeners?
Go ahead.
The top photo is Aspinall and Pavlovich embracing before their fight.
So Aspinall started that. He put his hand on Sergei's shoulder, and then Sergei, being the nice fucking mountain of a man Russian that he is, he reciprocated, and it made for kind of a weird moment.
It was super awkward.
And then the
bottom
clip
picture is
having a little bit of acid reflux. Are you?
I really am.
Yeah. Well, with our sponsor, Tom.
Nope.
Okay.
The bottom picture is the scene from Hot Rod before the big stunt.
Yeah. So, did you? Well, if you're gonna take the cap off without even I mean, so
is that not impressive?
This isn't the thing, though. Okay.
Go ahead.
And does that actually help with acid reflux as well?
Yeah.
So heartburn, acid reflux,
same thing.
Indigestion, diarrhea. Let's bring them up on the table.
The leg came off.
That's fine.
Okay.
With our new sponsor, Tums. What do you got to say about these fucking things? They're basically a lifesaver for you.
With being a fat kid,
which you are,
and a fat adult,
mm-hmm.
And drinking bubbles in the drink. What's it called?
Condensation.
Nope.
Chlamydia.
Closer. Carbonation. Drinking things with carbonation, being a fat person, also having acid reflux, which means if I don't do anything about it, I will randomly burp throughout the day.
More like acid that sucks.
Do you feel good about that? You shouldn't. I will randomly burp throughout the day, and my mouth will fill up with stomach acid.
Oh, dang. It's the worst kind of acid.
Burns the esophagus, mouth, and throat.
Dang.
Lifesaver right here. They reduce the acid in your stomach to prevent it from happening.
And if you use promo code MDATM at checkout.
MDATM at checkout?
Promo code MDATM at checkout.
I kind of just threw it all together in one.
Well, you got acid reflux, so no one blames you.
You understand.
25% off.
25?
Yeah, 25% off your next 330 chewable tablets of Tums.
Are you telling me if I use promo code MDHM at checkout at Tums.com, I will get 25% off my next 330 count of Tums?
I'm telling you, next time you have fucking those weird belly bubble burps, it ain't going to be from Tums. It's going to be from cum. Mine. Get it out of here.
What is it?
So,
promo code MDATM at checkout.
Yeah, so the best
Tums.
Okay, that hurt my ears and all our viewers.
Can we finish the fucking?
It's over.
When have we ever finished an ad like that?
Hey, I didn't plan on doing ads on this show.
Beef. That's what's for dinner.
So that'd be good enough if that was it, right?
Sure.
But it's not. There's more.
Calm down.
This is actually a reaction video of Max Holloway watching this fight. Are you ready for this, Queef?
Sure.
Well, fuck. I think he made me turn the... Yeah,
1/2 to 6.5 inches.
Smart.
6.5 inches.
That's it.
I think so. It's kind of weird, though. Gods of war, may your hammer be mighty.
Gods of war, may your hammer be mighty.
You know exactly what fucking...
How the fuck did Max Holloway know that line so well? Like, I like a lot of movies. I don't remember a lot of lines from shit, you know? Like, I remember... Oh, your hands are cold? I got some spare gloves here.
You had an extra pair of gloves this entire time?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Rockies.
And honestly, I wish we would have stopped with that Tums thing, because now I got to piss.
I could probably poop again.
Tums!
Tums.
25% off with promo code MDATM
You're kidding
at
me.
checkout.
That's just one big ad now.
I pooped in the refrigerator. Honestly, not even mad.
And ate the whole wheel of cheese.
I'm impressed.
In English, you know, I don't speak Spanish.
You need a beer?
I'm alright. Alright.
And wow, thanks to our sponsors at Tums.
That's a little off.
Well, and we sure do appreciate them. Let's also give a shout out to our other sponsor, Allison Chains. Facelift. Their debut album. No, leave it there.
I was going to Vanna White.
Well, put it. You're not. You look like an idiot. Put it back. Where it was.
That's where it was.
Their debut album that came out in 1990, featuring such songs like Man in a Box.
We Die Young.
No, you're reading it off that.
Oh,
and Sea of Sorrow. Wow. What a great album.
What a great audience.
On vinyl now.
Or, you know, wherever albums are sold.
So we got a couple other things. We're going to keep this pod a little bit shorter because, you know, people are with their family. They're eating fucking stuffing and mashed potatoes, watching football.
I'll stuff your mashed potatoes.
Well, if you're going to burp them.
Stuffing your mashed potatoes?
You know what? Let's look at this.
Stop. I have a question. Couple questions.
By all means.
Since you wanted me to contribute.
Yep.
We're going to play a little this or that.
Okay. I like this.
Thanksgiving.
Or that.
Thanksgiving edition.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
What?
A little BTS for the fans. I wrote down some, what do you call them, cliff notes?
Talking points.
Talking points. And I fucking threw the notepad over to him, and I say, you have to contribute at least one fucking thing to this.
And what did I write down?
It literally took you 30 minutes. You wrote down autism. So, which literally did not help at all. And it was just
you ever
based
had it?
on of a fucking,
doesn't help anything.
Just based on a Theo Von joke. But it took this guy 30 minutes to fucking even write down that. So the fact that you're contributing now, and I did take an Alpha Brain earlier. That's why I'm talking like I'm a fucking nerd or some shit. But they're not a sponsor on this week's episode. But yeah, go ahead.
Sure. A little this or that, Thanksgiving edition. We'll start with the main course, ham or turkey.
Shit. I honestly hate them both. If I had to pick one, though, I'd say turkey as long as it's not too dry.
It's always too dry.
Yeah, dry
it's
turkey.
It's fucking always too
fucking,
dry.
Yeah.
I'm picking ham every time because the turkey is going to be...
Ham's a little too fatty for me, but if the turkey's dry, then I'll go with ham
100%.
as well.
Because it doesn't matter to me. Every time I've ever had turkey at a Thanksgiving, it's always been dry. You got to go with the ham because it's not dry. Yeah, you can actually fucking chew and swallow it without choking to death.
Why?
And you don't fall asleep right away. There's something in turkey that makes me pass the fuck out.
Why?
What?
Wet ass ham.
Don't. Moving on.
Dry ass turkey. Go ahead.
Moving on. Let's see. I can't really think of. There's got to be another like.
Yeah, what a great
casserole or something, but I want to put green bean casserole up against something. I'm thinking maybe cornbread or coleslaw.
Oh my god.
What are you thinking?
Well, if it's green bean casserole versus coleslaw, do I have the option to shoot myself in the forehead at the dinner table?
You clearly haven't had good green bean casserole. It's so Angie Cook is the best green bean casserole maker I've ever met in my life.
I'll take green bean casserole over fucking coleslaw because that should be outlawed in all 93 countries.
What about cornbread?
I'm not black.
You ever had good cornbread?
No, but I think I'd like it.
It's so good, dude. My uncle makes a mean cornbread.
Let's keep this going. What about...
Well, can you just let me run my segment, please?
Yeah, you seem to know Thanksgiving food better than I do.
I do.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to move on to desserts. Why was that so hard to say?
Well, I mean, you're skipping a couple courses, though, as well.
What courses?
I'd say stuffing.
Ooh, yes. Stuffing versus that cranberry fucking shit that people have at Thanksgiving.
Stuffing, 100%.
Oh, 100%. And I'm not a fan of stuffing either.
I actually like it.
Really?
I actually buy the stovetop stuffing, and I make it sometimes in a bind.
Okay, let's just...
Quick and easy to make, and
I will say...
up. That's why they call it stuffing.
I will say, stovetop stuffing may be my favorite stuffing.
Yeah, it's good.
But also, 99% of stuffings are just fucking a loaf of bread that somebody threw in a fucking dunk tank.
I agree with that. But I like loaves of bread.
In water?
I've never ate it in the pool or anything, but I'd be...
Because stuffing is just wet bread.
Well, there's some crumbs and shit in there.
Well, I like the stovetop stuffing is the best stuffing by far.
Well, let me give you some of my stuffing sometime and see what you think.
What's in yours?
It's just whatever's in the grocery store.
Ooh. We'll do cheesy potatoes.
Yeah, okay.
Versus
yeah.
I should have done cheesy potatoes versus green bean casserole, huh?
Yeah, probably. I'd take cheesy potatoes.
100%. Unless it's Angie Cook's green bean casserole. That shit is fire with them little fucking crunchy onions on top.
Margot Robbie versus Stephanie Sweeney.
You want to try that again?
I don't know her name.
Sydney
Sweeney. I'll probably take Sydney Sweeney.
I'm going to take Margot Robbie.
I don't think that's Thanksgiving related, but I just...
Well, it is the holiday to eat. Can we move to dessert now?
Yeah, let's go. Pumpkin pie versus what? Rhubarb.
Strawberry rhubarb?
I don't even know. Sure.
That'll work. And there is a right and wrong answer to this.
What is strawberry rhubarb?
You never had strawberry rhubarb pie?
I was thinking of rhubarb. Yeah. I'd take pumpkin pie. I felt your energy that was the wrong answer, but
no. It's the right answer. You just didn't finish it.
What?
The right answer is pumpkin pie, as long as there's an entire container of Cool Whip to put on it.
Oh yes, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. What about? Oh shit! I forgot. I had a good one. I had one good thing, but I didn't know what to pin it against.
What was it?
I completely forgot.
You don't even remember the one thing you remembered?
No. It was there, and it was gone.
And it's gone.
Oh, deviled eggs.
Oh, deviled eggs, dude.
Well, it don't even matter who we face that against.
It literally could be anything.
Yeah. They're it's probably my favorite food of all time, deviled eggs.
They're so good.
Deviled eggs versus crackers, cheese, and salami.
Doesn't matter. Deviled
yeah,
eggs.
You're right. Deviled eggs versus Margot Robbie.
Oh, fuck. A deviled egg in Margot Robbie.
She kind of got some deviled egg fucking nipples, you know?
Well.
Dude, would you rather have Margot Robbie's nipples or replace them with deviled eggs?
On me?
No, on her.
You mean I can have Margot Robbie with deviled egg nipples?
Yeah.
Can I pull them off and eat them and they regrow?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. I might have just had a new fantasy.
I think you just got divorced.
I think I did.
So speaking of divorce, let's look at this.
The standing rear naked choke is so nasty.
Oh, he's just. Oh, Joe, now he's hiding the hands.
Under the neck. It's under the neck. It's under the neck. He's gonna tap. Whoa! The standing.
Did you see this? Did you hear about this?
Yes, of course.
Draymond Green got suspended 5 games for this. Let's look where it all started, okay?
Okay.
This is our NBA segment of the fucking... Yeah, Kevin Holland.
I remember when that happened.
Doing that.
Look at this.
This ain't that. Clay and McDaniels going at it here, and then all of a sudden Gobert comes in, and Draymond's like, no.
Yeah, it's chill out.
He had nothing to do with it?
And then Draymond, he headlocked Gobert there, so...
Gobert is such a pussy for getting headlocked by Draymond Green, though. And he literally did nothing to fight back.
Well,
Cat had to step in, and yeah.
To be fair, it was a rear naked choke out of nowhere.
Dude, you know what? I'm actually pissed off right now. Because I had the greatest fucking segue of all time.
Sorry.
No, it's not on you. It's on me.
Like big boners?
That's an inside joke.
You're right.
But I said good luck with your divorce, right? Remember that?
Yeah, and then you went to that.
Well, hopefully you'll get a bonus tonight to help pay off some of those divorce bills. Well, hopefully you...
You really fucking screwed the pooch on that one, huh?
Maybe in editing, I can...
I'd rather you didn't.
I just leave it.
I want everybody to see how fucking bad you are.
I can't believe... I can't believe I forgot I had a... It was the best segue of all time.
The funny thing is, that video is right below the other video. You could say you just clicked on the wrong one, but you're admitting that you just didn't know what the fuck you were doing.
I'm not a liar.
You're a lot of things.
I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar.
Yeah. Saw where that one was going.
I need to take some time to reflect on my miss.
But when Izzy does it, it's a problem.
My mishaps. You want to take over the show for a little bit?
No.
All right. So this is something, staying on NBA, this is something that happened in a Knicks-Celtics game.
Mhm.
I don't know if you saw this. Just take a look. This is fucking crazy.
Mind if I take a look?
Incredible to believe. We'll get to him in a minute. All right. Threw it on Holiday, got it back, and puts it in. What a play.
Let's look at that again.
Incredible to believe. We'll get to him in a minute. All right. Threw it on Holiday, got it back, and puts it in.
That's some NBA street shit right there.
Dude, that was a great play
Did you
by
ever,
Josh Hart.
Did you ever play NBA Street?
Oh, fuck yeah. That's actually kind of what got me into NBA, is I got like the first NBA Street game.
That game was so fucking fun.
I love that game so fucking much.
You do the fucking wild shots.
You play 3-on-3, right?
You do like fucking off the side of the backboard and off the heezy.
Dude, that game was so good.
Speaking of games, did you ever play the NFL game for Xbox? That I think it was NFL. It might have been Blitz, but it might not have been. But like when you fucking had a big hit, they'd like zoom in and do the X-ray of the bone snapping.
Oh no!
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I didn't.
That game was so much fucking fun. Like you'd get a big hit on them, and it would like slow mo, and then it would zoom in on the area, and then it would like show an X-ray of their bones snapping.
I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen videos of that.
Okay.
I don't think I actually
Okay.
played the game.
I didn't think I was making it up. Thank you for.
But speaking of bone snapping,
This one time, I met this guy at a bar. His name was Jafar, and he came from afar. After a couple of drinks, he took me back to his car. We didn't make it very far until he pulled me over and filled my little hole like a corn star. And when he nutted on my face, he said, "World Star!" All for daily advice.
All for daily advice.
So,
dude, that might be the segue of the week.
Well, I got a couple more. I hate to just fucking promote this gal, but Jesus Christ,
You said broken bones, and then
I am actually a fan of her. And these next two videos, I'm just gonna get them all out of the way at the same time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But these next two videos, I think they're gonna fucking explain why I'm a fan of her.
Okay.
And why you are also going to be a fan of hers if you're not already.
Would you recommend I follow for daily advice?
Not for daily advice, but for other things. So this one's labeled Thought Slayer.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
The other day I was getting throated by my boy Don Quavius. And if you don't know Don Quavius, he has like the longest meat I've ever seen. It doesn't even belong on a human. That thing belongs on a horse. He's even named it the Don Quavius D, Slayer of all thoughts. It's me. I'm the thought. He slayed me with his ginormous monster meat. I hope one day you can meet Don Quavius. Follow for daily advice.
Okay.
So, I had a question before we start this next video.
Yeah.
What race do you think Don Quavius is?
I'm going to step out on a limb here, and I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Asian.
Don Quavius Lee. You nailed it.
I knew it. I'm going to step out on an even thinner limb. Korea? Got him.
You nailed it again.
Sweet. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ. Don't let her know how good you are at nailing things. She might want you to nail her.
I get it.
Let's look at this.
Yep.
So this one time, I was getting back shots from my boyfriend's best friend, and my boyfriend walked in. It was honestly really bad. I felt really bad. I really like my boyfriend. But his boy Jarquis's meat is just so thick and juicy. There's absolutely nothing in this world that could keep me away from Jarquis. I'm addicted to his meat, and it's bad. Like, every time I close my eyes, all I think about is Jarquis's meat, destroying my tiny little holes. And every time I choke on food, I just imagine it's Jarquis ramming the back of my throat. Anyways, my boyfriend left crying, but I still kept riding Jarquis until he nutted on my face. Follow for daily advice.
So, we have Don Quavius and Jarquis. You know what? This shit's actually funny.
Follow for daily advice.
Yeah, but Don Quavius and Jarquis, bro, clearly Asian. You know, I'm a fan.
How can you go from the most intense sexual story in the world and end it with follow for daily advice?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Man, did I tell you that I won $180 on FanDuel Sportsbook last night? And they're not a sponsor.
Oh, okay.
I told you about that, though,
Yeah.
right? $5 bet, $180. Should have been a $10 bet. You know
told
what I
me
mean?
this 17 times.
Well, what I wanted to show you, and unfortunately the fans at home won't be able to see this.
Screenshot.
But this is, well, no. Okay. This was the message I got when I tried to log into FanDuel this morning. Hold on.
Take your time.
It's just a screenshot, so look at that.
Just this Asian in a face mask?
Oh, fuck. That was the wrong picture.
Is that Jarquis?
No, that was Don Quavius.
Do you want me to read this out loud to the
Sure, I
viewers?
don't care.
The, what's this, a message? Warning message, maybe? Regardless, the screen that popped up for the Matty Daddy.
Gesundheit.
Jarquis? Says, deposit threshold. Please note that you have met the deposit threshold of $2,500 and must acknowledge having read this statement before you can continue wagering. Please be aware that you have the capability to establish responsible gaming limits or close your account, and that the responsible gaming resources are available on FanDuel's responsible gaming page. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-BETS-OFF. And I would just like to point out that
How about call 1-800-FUCK-OFF?
This little box right here is checked that says, yes, I am aware I have reached the deposit threshold.
What
Which means
$2,500 in how much time though? Is that this month? It can't be this month.
It's this month.
No.
That's monthly.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's definitely not yearly.
I don't have $2,500.
Not anymore.
Give that shit back to me, jerkwees. Speaking of jerkwees, Lee, let's look at this.
Underneath,
it's bubbling.
Is bubbalo.
Bubbalo.
Why? If you do an Asian accent again,
I'm not. That's not an Asian. Why would that be an Asian accent?
bubbalo.
No, bubbalo means it's like a. That's like a guttural. It's a bubbalo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's a bubbalo. Good.
And then
not so good.
The cacti.
Yeah.
One cacti.
One cacti. Oh.
You know what, dude?
One cacti.
Japanese X-Men called Sunfire.
Sunfire.
They don't say it like that.
Sunfire.
Underneath,
it's bubbling.
Is
I love that so much.
There's just something absolutely hilarious about Santino's Asian accents.
Bubbalo.
Bubbalo. Sunfire.
Sunfire. So, while we're on the Asians,
what?
I don't know. This one might be mildly offensive to any of our Asian fans, and we see you. I don't know that you can see us, but let's take a look at this. Well. Okay. We don't have any Asian fans.
Hi. Oh, damn. I'd eat the out of that rice clip.
What?
Bubbalo.
Cacti. It's not funny.
Bro, I don't know where to go after that. You know
I don't know where you can go after that. What do you have written down?
Well, I like to kick it to Stephen A. Smith whenever I know not where to go. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Check it out.
At HunchOJT_ writes, thoughts on Latina women. I love them. I love me a Spanish-speaking woman. I really, really, really do. I love it. Now, that ain't all you got to have. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to have it, but I mean, it is a plus. A bilingual woman, specifically Spanish, whispering in your ear, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I will acknowledge that. So, no shade on the Latina women whatsoever. Let me throw that out there. At Hunch.
100% agree.
And you don't agree with a lot of stuff that Stephen A. Smith has.
I will.
Stephen A. Smith has what?
I will say that there are two types of Latino women. There's no in between. A, perfectly fucking shaped goddess. Beautiful. B, rat fucking troll. No in between.
Well, yeah, I believe they're born shaped in God's image, and they
what are you doing?
They normally end up shaped.
What are you doing?
Like something out of a American Horror Story.
Well,
but I just I brought that up for another segue. Stephen A. Smith, he shits on the Cowboys a lot. I'd like to give you your own segment, your own shine, and tell us about how the Cowboys season has been going so far, because I believe it's been going pretty well. If I'm correct.
Well, if I do say so myself. I'm sure from the outside it looks like
Bubbalo.
Cowboys are doing well.
Excuse you.
But when put up against a winning team,
yeah, they've been kind of
shit the bed.
They've kind of been facing some jobbers lately. You know what I mean?
100%.
Who are their last two games against? The fucking the Giants and who else?
Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers. I can't even name their quarterback.
Nobody can. But it seems like really fucked me there. I was going to use that. No, but they've been shitting the bed against winning teams, absolutely demolishing losing record teams. Their defense is absolutely incredible.
Well, what's their record? For as silent as that was, deadly.
I actually have to look it up because I don't know their actual record.
Well, what we're 11 games in. If they had a bye week,
8-3, 8-4.
Yeah, so pretty fucking good.
They are 7-3. Their 3 losses are Eagles, Cardinals,
Cardinals,
and
remember when the Cardinals were good like 2 years ago?
I do.
Yeah.
But no, they have been demolishing losing record teams, shitting or basically just choking at the end against winning record teams. It's the Niners. And their defense is immaculate and keeping them in games, and their offense is having trouble scoring and been kicking a lot of field goals.
Dak Prescott's not the guy.
No.
He gets all of his points in the fourth quarter of blowouts. All right, Shafir,
No,
shut up.
I got it. But yeah, that's how I feel.
Well, what are your thoughts going forward, though? As far as like predictions, how they do in the playoffs? Are they Super Bowl contenders? Or a level lower than that? Do they get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs? Maybe second round?
They do decent going forward. They lose going into the game before the NFC Championship game. That's the game they lose in the playoffs. And
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The usual. Probably against the Niners. And the only way they can turn this around, first of all, they need to get Brandon Cooks more involved. They've been trying way too hard to get everything to CeeDee Lamb. We spent a lot of money on Brandon Cooks, and he's completed like 4 passes.
He's a wide receiver? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
big
there's
season
a
with the
tight
Saints.
end named Cooks. I can't remember his fucking name.
Brandon Cooks had a big season with the Saints when
Okay.
Drew Brees was still playing.
And they also have Gallup.
He hasn't been doing shit either.
Well, maybe he should try and skip next time.
I hate it here.
Thought that was pretty good. But do you hear? So you're not confident, and this is the year.
See, everybody makes fun of Cowboys fans, saying that they win a couple games, and the Cowboys fans are like, "Ooh, this is our year, Super Bowl bound." No.
Well, they are like that, though.
Some of them are, but the realistic ones, like me, they know that we make it to the playoffs, lose round 1 or 2, and continue the next year.
Oh, I get it. I'm a Celtics fan.
I know how this works.
We make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and
Or the
lose to
finals.
the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler and 12 other white guys.
Or the finals and lose to the Warriors and 3 half white guys.
And nothing makes me feel better to see the Warriors sucking this year. It feels so fucking good. God damn. Fuck them.
They've been so bad. Draymond Green's been working on his jiu-jitsu.
Well, you know why, though?
For MMA?
No, because he want to be ninja.
Right. I think I could be ninja.
He gonna be a ninja. I'm going to chop down. Take chow down to Chinatown. Okay, so do you hear about this Chael Sonnen, Jorge Masvidal beef?
Of course.
So first, Chael got into it with Ariel Helvani on the pod, and I think they've patched things over. But then Ariel had Jorge Masvidal on, and he brought up the beef between him and Chael, between Ariel and Chael, and he said, "I got your back, that fucking juice head," and blah blah blah. And then so Chael saw that, and you want to read this tweet that he fucking sent to Jorge's Way?
Well, it was a subtweet, so he didn't tag him.
Jorge's Way. Good band name.
That's a great band name. Write that down.
And also, who's that whore that talks about sucking all her dad's friends?
I don't know her name.
She had a good band name, too. It's like Javar's Meat or Declaw. We'll edit it in post.
No, you won't.
Let's look at this.
Did you go to a Miami car shop to have them pull the dent Kamaru Usman put in your face out? On a related note, shouldn't they just have replaced your entire face?
And Chael said that all these, because he went kind of like a Twitter rampage, and he said all these were just like, they were dumb tweets. He said it himself. I don't know what's next, to be honest with you. Okay.
It's a response from
Jorge.
Which says, "You juice head. I bet you won't say this stuff in person. Chael Sonnen, just keep that same energy when you see me." See, Jorge had enough, self-respect to at least tag him in these posts.
Yeah, Chael. I don't think Chael follows anyone on Twitter.
That's fair.
Which is awesome.
Insert, I can't let you get close.
Yes, Drakkar Close. I think he fights this weekend. Hey, let's look at this. So this is Chael's response to that.
He says, come see me. You want your ass whooped? Come see me. He then came at me on Twitter, either called me a bitch or he called me a juicehead. And then says to me, keep that same energy when you see me in person. Does he think he's talking to somebody else? I'm not going to come up and look for trouble. But if you come up to me, I'm not that guy. There's nothing about what you know about me that would make you think that I'm that guy. He says, come see
Not
me.
that guy,
you want
pal.
your ass...
Not that guy.
Yeah, that guy in Target or whatever.
You're not that guy, pal.
So there's this Chael Sonnen, Jorge Masvidal beef that has seemed to have simmered a little bit. I mean, we're talking about shit from like 2 weeks ago.
100%.
I mean, we're not as bad as Two Bears, One Cave talking about shit in August right now, banking episodes and stuff. But we are kind of a little behind on the spectrum. Well, definitely on the spectrum. But
I see you hit my autism.
we're kind of a little behind on the beefs and shit. What's going on? So there's the Chael Sonnen, Masvidal beef. Did you hear about the Leon Edwards, Ian Gary beef?
Moving on.
Hold on, I have to find it.
Jesus fucking. Can you prepare one fucking thing?
It's not in order. So there's that one, but there's another one earlier. Okay. I got it already. Fucking checking your Twitter.
What?
X, sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just keep showing me pictures of dudes with their shirts off.
Just, here. You want to read this or you want me to read this?
Sure.
This is Leon Edwards. Let me set it up, and then you read it. This is Leon Edwards talking about how Ian Gary, a.k.a. the guy with the worst tattoos in all of MMA, came to his gym because Ian Gary just kind of gym hops. I don't think he has an actual gym. And he's also fighting his, on the next UFC pay-per-view, he's fighting Vicente Luque, who he used to train at his old gym with. So I think he's kind of hopping gyms now to... You don't think people want fucking context?
No, just keep over-explaining.
Oh, yeah. Let our viewers just read all about this, where I could have just told them about it so they wouldn't have to waste their time. You go ahead, read it.
Yeah, those 5 minutes aren't wasting their time.
Go ahead, read it.
The gym decided that he wasn't fitting for the gym.
Oh, shit, Siri. Go ahead.
I think you're
Fuck you, pal.
You're looking for sorry, not Siri. Fucking don't know how to talk. We're just too different. The
I can't wait to
culture
give
in our
you a noogie later tonight and a swirly.
You can't say that anymore.
I'm going to take a shit in the toilet before I give you a fucking swirly. I'm going to shove a beef stick up your asshole. Pork stick. Go ahead.
Please, keep turning me on.
That's your new nickname, Pork Stick.
It's my nickname in college. He's like a talker, a social media guy. Brings his cameras everywhere. He's late to sessions. It's like two different cultures to what we have in our gym. The coaches decided that he didn't fit into the gym. It wasn't the first gym he's been kicked out of, right?
You read that way faster than I expected. Because you're kind of retarded.
Yeah, I'm retarded.
There's a video of Leon actually saying all that stuff. I wish I had. But something I saw even before that. I mean, this beef is kind of heating up. They're taking subtle shots at each other. But I do believe this is actually a video of Ian Gary talking about Leon Edwards.
Leon's phenomenally talented, but I believe he's a little bit insecure in his own mindset.
What do you mean by that?
There's a lot. There'll be a lot more to come out soon. Okay. I promise you that.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, but I believe that he needs everything to be perfectly set up for him. He is a champion. He's a phenomenal fighter. But I think the matchup against Kobe is an awkward one for him because Kobe's going to get in his head. So we need to see how he deals with that. If he can deal with Kobe's barrage of just cerebral attacks, then I believe Leon has a very, very, very good chance of being the champion. And I believe Leon dominates the fight physically. Mm-hmm. But does he go into that fight mentally affected? Right. Potentially. Leon's phenomenal.
Just kind of fascinating. Ian Machado Gary, a.k.a. worst tattoos in MMA. He went to train with Leon Edwards, and the coaches kicked him out because... you already read it.
Tattoos.
Well, that's what they should have kicked him out for, but you already read it. He kind of thinks he's the next Conor McGregor, so he brings his fucking cameras everywhere, and it's kind of gay, and he's got terrible tattoos, and he keeps getting more, and someone should tell him to stop. His wife's like 15 years older than him. She's not even that hot, and he's kind of probably has Down syndrome, but... It's just I like the beef it's setting itself up for, and what I don't like about it though is I hate Ian Machado Gary, but I cannot ignore how good he actually is.
Yeah,
he's fucking really good, and he's big. Yeah. He's big for welterweight. Like,
tell me more about how big he is.
He's so big.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fan bus. So, yeah. What's the biggest guy you've ever been with?
Probably like Ian Machado Gary.
So, what's the name of the guy that is just toxic for you?
Like, also probably Ian Machado Gary.
Oh my god, are you serial?
Yeah.
Let's look at this.
Yeah.
I trust my Latino wife. Thank fucking God.
All right, do you know what that was and why it bums me out?
Well, that was La Chancla.
Okay.
And it bums you out because that's Corey Taylor.
Mm-hmm. Making TikToks with his stupid fucking wife. Oh, she's Latina. Latinas throw shoes at people's heads. And to be fair, it's his wife's TikTok. If my wife tried to be like, oh my God, so we should do this TikTok.
What wife?
So I'm Latina. My metaphorical, imaginary wife. So we should do this TikTok. So I'm Latina. Latinas, they throw shoes at people's head. They're really good with their aim. Okay? And you have a cup on your head, and I throw it, and I knock off the cup. And it might take us 99 tries, but we'll probably get 4 fucking, legit accomplished tries of that where I knock the cup. I'm gonna stop talking like that because ugh.
You feel better?
No.
Good.
I feel worse.
Good. Sit in that.
But it bums me out because
sit in that for a minute.
Well, I've been saying Corey Taylor's gay for a while now, and we're from Iowa. To break the fourth wall.
What?
We're from Iowa, where that's where Slipknot's from. That's Corey Taylor and shit. This guy is so fucking gay. He's a gay midget bitch who raped babies in the military. That did not sit well with me. We got a couple other things. Let's start with this.
Yeah, sure.
For some reason, Lillian Garcia says,
Steve!
I remember that.
For some reason, Lillian Garcia...
I don't get it.
Steve! Shout out Steve. If you're listening, we know that you are.
It's funny because she could have said Kane, or even if she would have said Glenn, it would have made more sense.
It's funnier that she says Steve.
Steve!
She makes it sound scary, too. Steve! Let's see what this
So that's what he's doing now. I haven't talked to him in a while.
What is this
Fantasy. So, me, locked in a room, my boyfriend,
Sure.
his 3 brothers.
Of course.
Oh, okay. His dad.
Naturally.
Oh.
Also,
what?
Well, we played out that segment we do for MDATM films, right?
Sure.
So you're being the camera girl, right?
Okay.
I just wanted to point out that's something you have to remember to just whenever I say something spicy, you have to go, ooh. So now you have to restart all this over again. But yeah, like that.
Okay.
Just pay attention when she does
What
it.
is her fantasy?
Sexual.
So, me, locked in a room, my boyfriend, his 3 brothers. Oh, okay. His dad. Oh.
Yeah.
His uncle.
Yeah.
His other uncle.
Oh.
His grandpa. His other grandpa.
Oh.
And then his grandpa's friend if he's down.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay, how many
Crazy.
men
That's
is
so
that?
many men.
10.
10?
Crazy. Crazy.
It seems like you've thought about this before.
Are you kidding? Yeah, obviously.
So you would want all,
You want
of
all
those
those guys in
a
your
room
hole.
with you. It's like the whole generation of men in the family.
Everyone in the family.
And you would what? All of them?
Yeah, whatever they wanted.
Who do you think would have the best?
The grandpa? Are you kidding me?
All right, let's just stop it there. It's not going to get any better than that. You know what I mean?
Steve!
So there's not much left, but this Dwight Howard shit. I know you're a loyal listener of the Giannis Papas Hour.
Of course.
And he talked about this a while ago, but when I saved this, it was before Giannis even talked about it.
Sure it
but
was.
if we're being honest with our viewers, we do a podcast once a month now.
Well.
So the last time we did one was like 3 weeks ago. I saved this shit up in my IG, shit that I see. I'm not trying to be the real OG, but if you're looking at me, I can tell you can see me. I'm not John Cena. I'm John Memha. So let's look at this Dwight Howard.
Spend my time with. That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business. Whatever you doing in your bedroom is your damn business. That ain't for everybody. And everybody don't need to know. You ain't got to say anything about what you doing in your fucking house. It's your house. You ain't got to explain that
Shout
to
out
nobody.
Chris House.
No matter what they say. They can say anything. Who gives 2 shits? Y'all too damn nosy, worried about what I'm doing in my bed.
Your house.
Hell, the people who know what's going on in my bed, they know what the hell going on with my bed and what the hell I do in it. That ain't for everybody
That's
on the internet.
Quevious and
That ain't for no
Drakkar.
blogs.
100%.
That ain't for no
Who do you think he had
websites. I
over?
don't got to tell nobody where I put my wood at.
What?
Since y'all want to get to it.
He's talking about his golf
That
cart.
ain't nobody business where I put my shit at. Y'all just weird.
Probably.
If you want to know what people doing in their bedroom and who they messing with and sleeping with, you are weird. You're the weird one. Oh, shoot. Y'all heard about that? Dwight, they said Dwight was in a text messaging a guy. Nigga, who cares? Who cares who I was text messaging? You just mad because I want text messaging. Yo, spend my...
Can I be honest, though?
Yeah, I want your honest opinions on what he said there.
So,
please.
It's not so much what he said there.
Mm-hmm.
But what he said, I do agree with.
That you're weird if you're
it's his business.
Ruminating about...
No, it's just his business. Why are we worried about it?
But does he not sound guilty?
Well...
That he was fucking a man?
Well, that's because he is.
Yeah.
But, it's his business.
I think it'd be weird if Dwight Howard wasn't fucking a man in the year 2023.
Exactly. Now, with all that being said, that motherfucker is way too big to be gay. I think once you get to a certain height, you can't fuck dudes because that's just threatening.
Tell that to Steve.
Well, which one? The one we had on the pod or the one that wrestles?
It's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis can drink, man.
Yeah, man.
Kamaru Usman. He has to walk up the stairs backwards, man.
I love that every time we talked about him fighting Hamza, he just kept bringing up that he has no knees, man.
He has no knees, man. These Russian troll farms, man. Did you know 19 out of the top 20 Christian websites on Facebook are run by Russian troll farms, man?
I actually did.
All right, well. So what do you think about Dwight Howard fucking guys?
I just told you.
It's his business?
Yeah.
That's his business. But for a guy who used to put up 24 and 16 a night,
it's a little weird.
I mean, if I say anything right now, it's gonna be bad. So I'd just rather move on to Angela White.
Well, to be fair, he was putting 24 and 16 up that you saw, but he was putting up 24 and 17 at home.
Break that down.
He's getting the rebound of the butt or the ass or balls.
I don't know if that makes any sense.
Angela White.
You know what I would have said if I were you? And if I could take that back, Captain Hindsight here, I would say, well, in your eyes, he was doing 24 and 16. But at home, he was putting in a solid 12 into a guy's asshole every night.
It's better. It's better.
We'll edit that out.
Can you just put your voice, the audio from you, over me when I say what I said?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Let's look at this.
Have you ever had an Asian guy you have had sex with?
Yeah.
A full Asian guy?
A full Asian guy.
Not a Keanu Reeves type.
No. So
Keanu Reeves
I
Asian?
shot in Japan, and I was actually fucking a Korean guy for a while.
Dating him?
I don't know what that means.
That's a good answer. That's a good enough answer.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know, you know?
Of course, that succubus laughed along with that.
Bobby Lee?
No.
I'm just kidding. He's the greatest guy ever. So we got a couple more things, and let's end this
keep
fucking.
saying that.
Well, it's true. I really got like 2 more fucking things, and then let's end this pod.
I only got one thing, really.
And you don't know why? It probably doesn't even matter how hard you try.
No.
Keep that in mind. The design.
What are you
and stuff.
doing?
What? What are you saying?
I don't know.
So let's look at this.
You did that already.
The other day I was getting throated by my boy Don Quavius.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. I want to be a ninja. Oh yeah. So just the Furies. So first, here's Tyson Fury meeting up with why can't I think of his fucking name right now? Usyk. Alexander Usyk. This is before the Ngannou fight, which we didn't even get into. How crazy was that?
It's fine.
Who won that fight?
I think Tyson Fury won that fight.
Is that what you thought?
No.
It's close. I think. Let's look at this. This is before that fight, though.
Alexander Usyk, I choose you. Get over here. Come on. Come on. Give me a hug, brother. I'll give you a hug. Hug me. Oh, I needed that hug. Let's go.
Why was that so awkward?
Tyson Fury's just a fucking weirdo, and I love him so much.
That was just so awkward.
And his dad, John Fury. No man alive.
No man alive.
He's
Beat my son.
He's some special.
The Mike Tyson then they made me son after me son Tyson. But you know what? Give me a special mention. The man who bred him. John Fury. Fears no man. Fears no man on earth. No matter what they've done, no matter what the accolades, John Fury only fears one person. And he's not even of this world. That's God Almighty. Here I am! Any man alive wants to fight John Fury? I'm here ready to go. Mike Tyson, what have you got to say to that, my brother?
Hey, brother, I'm just looking forward for this fight to start. And when this came to me, I said, there's no way this is going to happen. And then I watched him spar. And listen, Spence was there too. He hit this guy, I don't know what sparring, by some white guy. He hit him, but not only did he hit him, he broke his leg when he went down. And I said, man, there's a possibility something good could happen here.
Let me tell you, my brother, the world is going to see what's going to happen to your man. Your man will get his head boxed off and stopped at will, my pal. Don't you worry about that. And if I'm wrong, me and you will fight straight after.
Yeah!
Yeah, man! Yeah, me and the great man! Whatever the outcome, me and you will fight.
All day, baby.
Get on there, my brother. The mic.
Yikes.
I thought that was amazing.
I'm a machine.
Wow, what a good podcast.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. Thank God. Okay. Yeah. So I normally like to end a podcast with a little fun. And, I'm scrolling through these things. They're all out of order. They already said that the China cunt or whatever that this bitch is all bashful about.
Rice clit.
And rice clit. Thank you. But yeah, I think it's been a good podcast all in all.
Sure.
And I couldn't dream of ending it any better than with this last clip I have prepared for you. And is there anything you would like to say to our audience before I do this? Couldn't have said it any better myself.
Of course.
So the Mannings, they have the thing on ESPN where they do Monday Night Football, but it's kind of like Manning Night Football.
It's the Manning cast, brother.
Guess who they had on? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're drunk.
You're drunk.
No,
No.
you're drunk.
No, you're drunk.
You call me drunk?
No.
I'm not drunk.
No.
You're drunk.
No.
Let's look at this.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back.
Oh, yes.
And let's
Oh,
welcome
yeah.
an icon
Yes.
right now, Arnold. And let's
Oh,
welcome
yeah.
an icon right now, Arnold. All right, welcome back.
Oh, yes.
And let's welcome an icon right now, Arnold. And let's welcome an icon right now, Arnold. All right, welcome back.
Oh, yes.
And let's
What?
welcome an icon right now, Arnold. And let's welcome an icon right now, Arnold.
There's another video.
Oh, is there really? I'm a fucking idiot, huh?
All right, welcome. Tapping more. Oh, what is that? That donkey looks like you eating, Peyton. It's the same thing. All right, we're going to break. We're going to break, Peyton. Tapping more. Oh, what is that?
He's a donkey.
That donkey looks like you eating, Peyton.
Yeah.
It's my donkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
donkey.
Get up. Come on. Get up. Get you down with the sickness.
With the donkey.
You're drunk.
You're drunk.
And wow, what a great episode of Matty and the Midget Podcast. Episode 67, I believe.
Sure.
I am Matty Daddy. Yeah. You're drunk. I'm drunk. I'm not drunk. You're drunk. No, you're drunk. No. No, you're drunk. I'm not drunk. Fuck you, you're drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm drunk. Simonson, and I'm here with
Jake. I did not want to touch his ass. The Midget Hills effect.
And this has been Matty Daddy and the Midget episodes.
Ow!
Of the podcast. And hey, thanks for sticking with us.
Nobody's here.
If you stay, I know. I'm talking to myself right now. Thanks for sticking with us. And you're beautiful and you matter. It doesn't matter.
There's nobody here.
Your dick doesn't have to be fucking 8 inches.
I have money.
You can find a girl.
I have money. I want dildos.
You can find a girl like this, and
So this one time, I was getting back shots from my boyfriend's best friend.
you can find a girl like that, and she's gonna love you no matter what. And the
No.
Let me tell you, life is beautiful. And
drunk.
Okay? I'm drunk. Fuck it.
Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast. Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.